You guys better gear up because I have the hottest K-pop news for you today, and seriously, you need to hear all of these. For starters, I'm going to talk about Jimin's apartment getting seized after the idol allegedly failed to pay millions worth of insurance. But fans are crying foul after the article was published. I also have an update about a possible Blackpink comeback this June, and I know Blinks are super excited to hear more because we've waited for this for so long. I'm also going to spill the recent tea about Aespa and their rather controversial Coachella performance, so stick around to know more. When Jimin safely landed in Korea after their PTD Las Vegas, the idol was welcomed by one of the worst crises in his career after it was reported that his apartment, located at the Nine One Hannam in Seoul, was seized by Korea's National Health Insurance Service for possible violation of the law. However, fans are looking at the matter from a different perspective and are pointing out possible sabotage, considering that the news was released just in time for Jimin's OST debut and barely weeks away from BTS's comeback. Too much for a coincidence, right? In the report, the authority revealed how the idol failed to pay his health insurance premiums, which leave the NHIS no choice but to seize the property. Take note, they registered the seizure January of this year. The agency shared how the idol received 4 notices on separate occasions by registered mail, but all of this happened while he was abroad and his apartment was temporarily seized after no payment was made. I know, most of you are wondering how Jimin can forget to pay such important fees. Well, Big Hit later revealed that it was an error on their part of the company, and Jimin has no intention to violate any law whatsoever, and it's the last thing the idol wants to do. Going more specific about the situation, Big Hit explained that they first received all the mail that arrived at their artist dorms, and a portion of the mail was left out by mistake in the process of giving it to Jimin. And since the idol has tons of schedules abroad last year as well as this year, Jimin was unaware of the situation and honestly believed he didn't have any amount to settle. Basically, he trusted his company to handle the situation for him, only to find out they didn't do their job properly. He immediately paid for the lacking amount after finding out about it, and the seizure was lifted last April 22nd, so don't worry, Jimin still had a roof over his head when he arrived in Korea. This is why armies are confused about why the article was still published even after Jimin already paid for his dues. Saying more about the possible ploy behind the article, this army tweeted saying, quote, "If this happened back in January due to the mail that didn't reach him because he was in the US, and then the extended break and it has since been resolved, then why report it on the day his OST releases? Smells like yet another attempt at sabotage to me." Another army said, quote, "It's always before a comeback." Well, whatever the reason behind all of these, armies should focus on what matters and gear up for BTS's anticipated return next month, okay? Moving on, GOT7s Bam Bam slammed YouTube channel DKDKTV after the host Danny Kim said some rude comments about the group's upcoming reunion album. This was not the first time the channel was called out by fans for being disrespectful towards idols, and it seems like Bam Bam had enough and decided to take matters into his own hands. The issue blew off after netizens brought back a video uploaded by the channel a year ago, just in time when GOT7 reportedly left JYP. In the video, Danny made some crude remarks about the group and even said that GOT7 is officially disbanding.
GOT7 ends contract with JYP.
Oh, everyone saw this coming.
Which is the exact opposite of what the member said. During the video, he also made a promise that he will chop off his private parts if the group ever made a comeback.
Should they decide to come back, I will chop off my balls if that happens.
So when GOT7 released Encore after the news of them leaving JYP was made public, Agassiz called out Danny Kim and reminded him of the promise he made, and it's just pure chaos after. Now the very same video is garnering attention after the reunion comeback was confirmed, and yep, Bam Bam joined the crowd and even tweeted a screenshot of the two hosts with the caption, "Dumbass," which he soon deleted, but fans already cut the receipts, so that cannot be undone. Despite deleting his previous tweet though, Bam Bam decided he has more to say and tweeted a simple, "That's enough, let's chop chop," which is a direct reference to Danny's promise, and fans can't help but applaud the idol for being savage. What else can I say other than you go Bam Bam? Good job defending your beloved group, and I can't wait to see you guys back on stage. EXOs Chen is making his first ever appearance after his military discouragement, and EXO-Ls are excited to see him again. Now, a father, EXO's vocalist was expected to keep it low-key after being discharged from the military, especially after he announced his marriage and the birth of his first child, which didn't really sit well with some fans. Since then, EXO has been promoting without him, but looks like the group is finally ready to welcome him back, after Chen is included in the official lineup of SM Town Live 2022. The idol finished his mandatory military service last April 25th and is gearing to join his SM Town family in Tokyo Dome this upcoming August 27 to 28. This fan is still processing the good news in her tweet saying, quote, "I can't believe we're going to see Jeondae perform live." And while fans are celebrating Chen's return, some are still hoping to see the remaining members together before they enlist as well. But I think we have to wait a little more for that. Anyway, welcome back, Chen. Seems like we're getting a BLACKPINK comeback sooner than expected, especially with rumors about a possible June comeback is making rounds on the internet, and Blinks are more than ready to welcome their faves back. The news was released after Sports Tonga published an article listing down Korean artists preparing for a comeback in June. Familiar names were seen on the list, such as BTS and trot soloist Lim Young-woon, but many were surprised to see BLACKPINK is included in the said list. The news outlet also confirmed that a representative from YG Entertainment shared how the girls are gearing for a new song release and that they know how the expectations are super high, especially after they had a very long hiatus. Fans are actually on the lookout for a possible comeback announcement, but most of them were not ready to hear such good news this early. The girls had been hinting about something since the beginning of the year though, so fans are 100% sure there is more truth than false in this report. Jisoo also recently gave a huge spoiler in Weverse, saying that they are preparing new music and even made comments on fans' posts about a BLACKPINK comeback. But wait, there's more, because she also shared an Instagram story of her inside what looks like a very familiar recording studio. Soon enough, Blinks were able to confirm that the idol is indeed chilling at Black Label's recording studio, and that means one thing for sure: a BLACKPINK comeback is definitely on the way, and I'm totally ready for another bop from the girls. I know you guys are excited too, right? Speaking of BLACKPINK, Jennie made a surprising cameo in the recent episode of the reality show The Kardashians, and fans have a mixed reaction about it. Well, she didn't really appear in person, but more specifically, a picture of her was seen during the episode. However, it seems like this was enough to excite fans, and Blinks can't stop talking about it. This was not the last time Jennie made a surprise cameo in the show, because she also broke the internet after her Alice in Wonderland cosplay made it on a Keeping Up with the Kardashian episode. As expected from the it girl herself, YG's princess is really going around brushing shoulders with these socialites. Everyone wants to mingle with, huh? Last but not least, Aespa's Coachella appearance continues to remain controversial after the girls were called out for their allegedly lazy dancing. The girls were bashed since the time their performance was confirmed, and it's just crazy how Knets won't let them be. Aespa actually tried to sing live, although their stages, and yes, Knets were kind enough to compliment them for trying, but soon enough, they attacked them once again for another reason, this time hating the SM girl group for their lackluster dancing. Comments about the girls' lacking live ability and lack of personality and dancing skills flooded the comment section of the video, and honestly, what else should Aespa do to satisfy these netizens' ridiculously high standards? Thankfully, other viewers came to the rescue and gave Aespa the compliment they deserve. I mean, singing live and dancing at the same time is hard enough. Not to mention, idols are expected to look perfect while performing one song after another. They are allowed to take it easy too, so chill out. What about you? Are you excited about BLACKPINK's comeback? How about GOT7's reunion album? Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to stay tuned for more. See you!